I want to talk a little bit about this Jordan Love season, that, like, looking back on it right now. Ziggy, if you had to have one word to summarize Jordan Love's first year in Green Bay as a starting quarterback, what would it be?
You know, there are a whole lot of words that you could pick. If I had to pick just one word, I think the word has to be improvement. Now, obviously,
that's a lame word.
Look here, but here's the thing, right? What is the story of this season? The story of this season is that Jordan Love's fans will light us up in the comments every time I say this, but it is just true. Jordan Love had accuracy problems at the start of the season. Some of it was on the receivers, some of it was on LaFleur, whatever. But Jordan Love had problems. And over the course of the season, seemingly basically overnight, he fixed those issues. He grew as a leader. He grew as a player on the field. He grew as a decision maker. Like, absolutely everything you want your quarterback to do, Jordan Love got better at. So, like, I get that that's not an exciting word, but the fact is he's still got some learning to do. If the number one word for the Packers and Jordan Love next season is improving, you've got an MVP on your hands.
Yeah, that is scary. You know what my word is? And I hate that this is the word. Devastating.
Yes.
Devastating. My word is Jordan Love was devastating this year, his progression. I remember sitting in the car with my dad while the Vikings are whooping the crap out of the Packers in Lambeau Field. You know, Green Bay's about to go to 2-5. Vikings are finally looking hot. The turnaround is on. We just beat San Francisco. I fist bumped him, and I said, we might go to the Super Bowl, and the Packers suck. And right after that, Kirk tears his Achilles. And 2 weeks later, Jordan Love flips the switch to MVP level play. It is, I told you, just 3 weeks ago for the first time, I realized in the back of my mind, we could be seeing a new star. I'm not going to say Hall of Famer or anything yet, but we could be seeing an NFL star on our hands in the making. And the jury is still out. I'm not ready to say that Jordan Love is a star going into next season. He's going to need to prove it over the first few weeks, because at the end of the day, people do get hot. Now, this was a long stretch of being hot. 9-10 games, 21 touchdowns, 1 interception leading into the NFC Championship game. He might just be that good. Like I think it's probably my Vikings bias and hope. Maybe I'm in the bargaining stage of denial still here. I'm like, let's see him do it next year. But all the signs are there for this Green Bay offense to be absolutely lethal going into next season. If they fix the defense, maybe their Wink Martindale rumor, or Packers fans want that to happen. Go get your defensive coordinator to come fix up this defense, and maybe Joe Barry 6th round. I don't know. They were impressive at the end of the year. I kind of doubt it. But this team, could be really scary. So I'd say devastating. I saw a great question, Zach. I want to loop you in on this too, because it involves one of your guys. In the 2020 NFL draft, the first 5 quarterbacks taken were Joe Burrow number 1, Tua number 5, Justin Herbert 6, Jordan Love 26th, and Jalen Hurts 53rd. Now, Rick Spielman, the former Vikings GM, did you guys see this reel? Ranked Jordan Love number 1 on that list. And I sat back and went, okay, this is probably why
content
Rick got
farming.
Fired.
We've done a little bit of that before. This
is probably why Rick got fired, if that's actually his take. And Jordan Love, very good. But Joe Burrow has to be 1. I want to ask you guys, if you had to rank those dudes 1 through 5, where would you come down? And please, for the love of God, do not say Jordan Love number 1.
If I'm realistically, here's the fact. Jordan Love has played as good as anyone in that class, but it was only over a 12-game stretch.
Yep.
So Joe Burrow, for me, has to be number 1 after how much we've seen out of him. I'm actually a little bit worried after this year, seeing how bad he looked of that calf injury. Players get hurt in the NFL. It just happens. But he still has to be number 1 just for how much he's shown. And then number 2 for me is still Justin Herbert. I feel like people are forgetting how good a rookie season Justin Herbert had, right? 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, followed right back up with 5K yards, 38 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Herbert played just as well as Jordan Love his rookie season, and then did it again, and then did it again.
Yeah.
Now this year
was amazing.
Yeah, this year admittedly wasn't his best year as a pro, but Herbert just has a bigger body of work. And at a certain point, the body of work matters if you play just as well, but for more time.
I'm with you on those first 2. Now, this is where I want to see where you go.
Easy Jordan Love 3.
Easy.
Jordan Love has looked better than Tua at his best. He's looked better than Hurts at his best.
See, Hurts is the one that I would, unfortunately, Zach, I would also have Tua fifth on this list. The Hurts Love, I think, is close. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. Right now, I think you have to put Love 3, Hurts 4. But
the problem I have with
Hurts
feels
wrong.
The problem I have with Hurts is if you look at how the Eagles offense operated this season, Steichen's gone, and it's their job to come up with an offense that Jalen Hurts can run, and they just weren't able to. Now, some of that obviously is offensive coordinating, right? Brian Johnson didn't do a good job, but I'm also feeling a little bit of echo of Carson Wentz here, where when the offense was good and they were running a pretty straightforward offense, things went well, but they just don't trust Jalen Hurts to be able to do all the things you want a quarterback to do. Jordan Love, it's the opposite. The more he plays, the more LaFleur asks from him, and the better the results get. But again, it's close. Either of them could have the better season in 2024. I'd just be shocked if it were Hurts.
I'm probably expecting Love to have a better year in 2024 than Jalen Hurts, which is, sad to even think about. I still think, though, gun to my head right now, I would take Jalen Hurts, but that might flip very quickly early next season. Zach, do you agree with that?
Yeah, my list is Burrow, Herbert, Hurts, Love Tua.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
This tells you how bad it is to be a Dolphins fan. He can't disagree with his quarterback being the worst from his draft class among starters.
Yeah. I think Love could easily be 3 on that. And after this season, probably should, but I feel like there's more. Joel Embiid had 70 points tonight.
Yeah, he had 34 in the first half.
Oh my God.
Everybody was making fun of him because he
How many free throws?
Not many. 10.
Karl Anthony Towns is 44 at halftime right now in his game. By the time you're hearing this, we'll see if Cat goes for 72. But
yeah, there's a funny video. I don't know if you saw the Embiid video, but he walks by Wembanyama and he looks at how tall he is and has this weird smirk on his face and then prays to God and just drops 34 in the first half. And
unbelievable.
70.
I mean, he talking about MVPs. Geez, he's been insane this year. If we were a basketball podcast, we'd go into maybe 5-10 minutes on that, but we'll go back to the NFL.
Care about Joel Embiid. So.